Well, the 4Runner's been in retirement, but I had to take it out for this one. Morimoto just sent out their brand new XB Evo headlights. Let's take a look. It was actually pretty nice to just pull the 4Runner into the garage again and start doing some modifications on it. This vehicle started my channel about 7 years ago now, guys. It's a 2018 4Runner TRD Pro exclusive color Cavalry Blue, and I've done so many modifications to this truck, so many different taillights, headlights, everything like that. But the combo that I have on it now is rocking pretty much all Morimoto. So we have the Morimoto tails, which actually contour. These are their second generation. They contour to how the 4Runner actually looks a lot better than their first generation ones. I do have to admit that. But what's new is their headlights up here. So a ton of you guys have been asking me to try out Morimoto headlights, see what they're like, because I've ran Alpha X in the past, I've run Carbide in the past. In the years that, I've been modifying the 4Runner, and it's an older platform and stuff, technology for these headlights has improved drastically. And what do I mean by that? Well, the simplicity of the install for these lights. Pretty much it was one wire to plug in, or one harness to plug into these lights, which was pretty nice to have. So these lights, they're gonna be good for models like mine, which are all halogen low beam, halogen high beam, or the generation of headlights kind of after this one where you have the LED low beam but halogen high beam. And then too, for the later year of 4Runners, like the current ones, right before the 6th gen, you also have the full LED ones too. So these lights, they come in a pack. They come with all the harnesses that you need to do any generation pretty much of 5th gen 4Runner, which is pretty sweet after kind of the refresh. And then if you want to have the DRL cool little animation feature, that plugs into the INJ fuse, taps into this light, then goes to the other light. So super clean install, by far the easiest one that I've done. And I didn't record the install, but Morimoto has a full install guide on their website. Super good, super easy, step by step. Now with these headlights too, a big thing in the past was like you would have to order the headlights from the manufacturer with either amber, you could do white light DRLs. It would also always be a sequential turn signal or not at all. So these headlights with technology actually have options for that. So I elected to run the white light DRL. You could run an amber DRL, and then with that too, you're either able to do a sequential turn signal or a fade off turn signal, and I chose to do a fade off. So that's what it looks like with mine. And then another cool detail feature too is that you could see this little like kind of topographic bit right here. It actually shows up a lot better at night. And then our low beams are going to be these two bulbs right here, and then our high beam will be this one. But yeah, so this is going to be my first time though, like I said, with Morimoto branded headlights. I do like the way that these ones look a bit more than their original ones. They just contour the actual kind of 4Runner check mark a little bit better. I also have their pods down here in my fog lights, and then like I said, the tail lights too. So this is the new look, guys, of the 4Runner. I will leave a link to these headlights down in the description for you all. You could tell too, my 4Runner's a little messed up right here. It's because I don't have the brackets on these headlights. Somehow, somewhere in all the headlights of me doing the 4Runner, I lost my OEM brackets. So I don't know where they're at. But it's just a nice little, modern, fresh update to this platform, and I think they look really good, and they actually perform pretty well too. So right out of the box, without adjusting, I can tell that the driver's side needs to go up just a little bit, but check out the brights, man. The brights are super good. That is one of the things that I find lacking in most of the aftermarket lights, is actually the brights. So these ones are actually really good. If I stop right here, you guys can see that house lit up right there, and then take the brights off. You can't see the house. Turn the brights on. Now you can, and that's probably maybe 100 feet away or so. That house, 150 feet away. So go ahead, turn the brights off. The thing that I like too is over to the side, and I know camera just never does it justice, but over the sides I can actually see pretty well, because having window tint on this 4Runner at about 5% definitely isn't the best. But yeah, you could see the little bit of a washout just right here. You can see my finger right here, just a tiny bit of a washout right there on the driver's side. All right, so here we are now outside of the 4Runner, so you can see what I'm kind of talking about. Just right here on the driver's side, we have just a little bit of a dip. So if I was to just adjust the driver's side up just a little bit, it'd be perfect. But right out of the box, honestly, super bright. And what I really like too is just this topo right here, man. I think that it looks so cool. So what Morimoto is doing is our low beam is just these two projectors right here. And then if we were to turn on the high beam, which I will go ahead and turn on the high beam. Now you guys can see that truck kind of out there. You guys can see the trees. Turn it off. Turn it on. You guys can kind of see them. So I'll also turn on the left blinker with the high beams on. And I went ahead and I used the red one. So the red, per their instructions, it's just kind of like a fade in, fade out. So I decided not to use the sequentials. And you can tell right here too, this is our brights. So this dude right here is our brights. These guys are our low beams. And then I just went with just the kind of fade in and fade out for the blinker. And I also, with the red, you get the just white light DRL. Nighttime performance is good. I do need to adjust my driver's side. You're able to get 30% more of a brighter performance if you install kind of like their headlight boosters. I decided not to do that with this one just because my 4Runner is lifted up a little bit. And with that too, they say it's for off-road use only. My 4Runner is a mall crawler and I don't want people flashing their lights at me, but that is cool. If your 4Runner is primarily off-road and you want super bright freaking headlights, you're able to install that boost kind of driver in the back of these headlights to just boost the performance up about 30%, they said. So huge thanks to Morimoto for sending these out so I could show them to you guys on their reveal day. Very impressed so far with the product, not only for its performance, but just the detail of how it looks, like with being able to swap out those caps in the back to have different, you know, DRLs or different blinkers. They have tons of options that's all just integrated into this one headlight. Like I said, the technology of headlights has come so far in the last 7 years. It's pretty crazy. No crazy wires going all over the place. Don't have to tap into the battery, any of that stuff. So it's very cool. Very excited to see what the future holds for even more product, but I will continue to test out these Morimotos for you guys. But so far, first impressions are pretty good. So guys, I appreciate you all watching and I will catch you in the next one. All right, see you later.